Hey friends, I'm Angie from Mintic Family Farms, and today I'm going to be showing you how we use our uncured ham roast to make delicious cured ham with natural ingredients. We raise our pigs on pasture, and then they go to a USDA locker, and we have these cut and packaged, and they're all shrink wrapped, and they do a fantastic job there. So we use these, and we also sell them too. But today I'm going to show you what we do with them in our home. So first of all, I've got about a 5-pound ham roast here in my package. And this is kind of a nice size for our family of 10. Probably a little bit big for most people, but you could still make this size. And then you would have some really good meat for sandwiches like the next few days. What I'm going to be doing is naturally curing it with some maple syrup and some celery juice powder and some coarse salt. You don't want to use the fine salt or it can make the ham too salty. The goal here is to pull the moisture out, and so the coarse salt is going to be the best for this. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add the maple syrup to the ham. So I pour some of it on top, and then with very clean hands, I just rub this into the top and the sides. Flip it over and do the other side. Okay. Now I'm going to put a little bit of the celery powder on here, and this is going to be my natural source of nitrites. And celery juice powder is naturally high in nitrates. And what they do is they ferment this, and that fermentation process turns those nitrates into nitrites. All right, so we're going to rub all of this in. Okay, and then we're going to take some salt. We're going to put some of it on the top, make sure that we get it around the sides. Flip it over. And just rub it in really good, making sure you get all the areas. And then we're going to stick this in a Ziploc bag, and we're going to put this in the refrigerator. We're going to put this in the refrigerator for 5 days, and every day we're going to flip it over. We'll try and get the rest of this out of here too. So we're going to flip this over and rub it each day. And I would definitely recommend putting this in a glass container because it can sometimes leak the juices. So basically, when you go to your refrigerator every day, I like to do mine in the morning when I'm taking the milk out to strain it. I just simply rub it all over, and I give it a flip, and then I rub it on this side. And if you don't like plastic and you don't want your meat touching the plastic, you can put this in a glass Pyrex container and then put something to cover it, or there's lots of different options.
After the 5 days in the refrigerator, the ham needs to be smoked. The smoking can either be done as the ham is cooking, or you can do it like we did ours using a cold smoke. We chose a day that was cold enough outside to keep the meat cool as we let the smoke penetrate it for about 4 hours. After the smoking, the meat needs to be cooked until it reaches an internal temperature of 165 degrees. Ours took about 3 hours cooking at 300 degrees.
Was great!
So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out and I would be happy to answer them. I'm certainly not an expert, and I do recommend that you do your own research and make sure this is something that's going to work for your family. And just remember, you can do this.